Hello and welcome back to Jimbo's PC Builds. Today I'm going to do another unboxing video. So without further ado, let's have a look at the keyboard that I'm going to unbox today. The keyboard, and sorry for any glare, is the Keychron K10 HE full-size wireless magnetic switch keyboard. That's a lot of words. As you can see, it's still wrapped, so I've not unboxed this before. So let's get the foil off and the wrapping off, and let's have a look at the keyboard. All right. As always, be careful with knives. There we go. Oops. Not finding a good point to get in. Oh, dear me, struggling a bit here. Oh, I think I'll go in. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, there's the foil, the wrapper off. Okay, let's see what happens. I think we have to slide this off. We do indeed, and it's making a hell of a noise. There we are. All right, now I think, oh, it's a nice box inside. You've got the Keychron logo there. Let's lift that off and hopefully finally see the keyboard. We have a handy dandy quick start guide, which shows you how to plug in the keyboard, charge it, change the type, etc., from Windows to Apple and stuff. So I'll leave that there. This is new for Keychron. Some stickers. Then you've got the manual. We have got a USB-C to USB-A converter, a USB-A wireless dongle, because this is a wireless keyboard. If you want to go wired or if you want to charge, you've got a A to C cable. The cord doesn't look like it's going to retain links. It's a nice thick cable. We have a combination, interesting, switch and keycap puller. So it switches on one end and it's keycaps on the other. That's interesting. We have these keys to swap to Windows, because normally Keychron keyboards come out the box configured for Mac. And then, oh, a screwdriver and Allen key. Okay, not sure what we'll do with that. Now, finally, let's get the keyboard out. Oh, that is solid. There is no give on that at all. On the back, we've got two heights of feet. So you've got full length, and then you've got the medium length in between. I say this is magnetic switches, so oh, there's a nice wood effect down the side, looks very attractive. You've got the usual numlocks, caps, Mac and Windows. Oh, so it's got an icon that actually tells you which it is. It's either on Windows or Mac. There's normally, yep, the switches on the side, and the switches, well, that's where the looks like, yeah, that's where the USB-C cable goes in to charge or to use it on wired mode. You've got a switch that switches between Windows and Mac, and then you've got another switch which switches between USB, Bluetooth and dongle mode. So it can go wireless in both Bluetooth and dongle, or it can go wired. Out the box, it comes set for Mac and it comes set for USB wire. All right, so yeah, let's have a bit of a play. Oh, they sound really nice. I'm going to get you in closer in a minute just to have a look, but yeah, you've got the escape and the enter keys are a brown key, which is different than the rest. The rest of them are all black and solid. I don't know if there's going to be much lighting. But yeah, we'll get you in close and then we'll have a better look at the actual keys themselves. So first thing I want to look, now we're looking at close to the keyboard. If I switch this on by doing one of the switches to put it in wireless mode, you'll see, and I don't know if you can see, but there is some lighting behind the keys. It's not very strong because they're solid keycaps. If you put, say, puddings on these, I'm putting keycaps, should I say, you'll probably see more of the lighting. But you can see I've got the, well, I don't know if you can see, but the Mac light is lit there. If I switch the other switch, it goes straight to Windows. And if I switch it back, it goes to Mac. That's very handy so you know which one it's on. So let's have a bit of a go at the switches. So the space bar, the enter key, the arrow keys, and then go down a row. Escape key. Now I don't know if you can hear, they're actually really, really quiet. They are very, very quiet keys. There's no bump, so it's but you get a strong feel of when the key, so you don't really know when it's actualizing. So you probably, I'm guessing, and I'll mention this later, there's probably software where you can set the actualization point, but these go all the way down. They're just the resistance is uniform all the way down, so the switches are that way. So yeah, it's pretty darn nice. So this is a beautiful keyboard. It's slightly pricey, it's well over $100, but the build quality is superb. You'll need a wrist rest, which doesn't come included because it's quite high, so it's not going to be great on the ergonomics for those who have got issues with the wrists, etc. But it's just the feel. The tactile bounce on the keys is just beautiful. It's the keyboard itself is lovely. The fact that they've added Mac and Windows lights so you know which mode you're in is just amazing without having to look at the switch on the side. It is just tremendous. I have to say that this is a great keyboard. I like more of the slimmer format of keyboards, so I don't have to have a wrist rest, and it's better for my ergonomics. However, as a main driver, this is just tremendous. It's just a great keyboard. And while you may qualm about buying a keyboard that's a lot more expensive, this has got great magnetic switches with a really good bump in, really good slow push. I've got a funny feeling if you get the software, you can actually set the actuation points for these because they're magnetic, so it'd be interesting to see that. But this is only unboxing, it's not a full review, so keep that in mind. Other reviews may vary. So yeah, all in all, a fantastic keyboard, obviously based on first impressions. All right, I hope you found this useful. I might post a short after I've used this for a while, to saying, you know, what you can do with the software and stuff like that. I've got machines behind me. I may plug it in there and see what we do and then post a short about that, so keep your eyes open for that. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Also subscribe. My cadence of videos is not that great. So if you subscribe and also hit the bell icon, you'll find out when my next video comes out. I try and do one a month, but it's not always the same. If you don't like the video, or even if you do like the video, please don't forget to comment down below, especially if you've got questions or any points that could help improve the channel. Please put them in the comments down below. All right, that's all the YouTube stuff done. And as always, take care.